Hello everybody, it's December 9th. I'm Nurgleprobe. Welcome to my top 100 game list of all time. Today we're going through games 68 through 65. So take a seat and enjoy. My number 68 is the only, I believe, racing game on this list, and that is Micro Machines V3 for the PlayStation 1. Or for the PlayStation, you could just say, I guess. Micro Machines V3, it's just as it sounds like. It's a racing game where you take control of tiny cars. Micro Machines. And you play on, like, the beach, and on tables, and in kitchens, on floors. And the settings is amazing, and the game is really entertaining. It's not a very serious racing game, but everything feels very fun. And I remember that there was like a two-player, well, I can't remember what there, two-player mode of this where you just use the same screen, and if you drove too far away from the other player, they would just blow up, and then they would spawn and try to catch up to you. It was really fun. There were power-ups, like much like Mario Kart and stuff like that. And weapons that you could pick up. And sometimes you even had tanks that could shoot, and those levels were amazing. But they didn't actually shoot like straight forward, like you would imagine, but they lobbed the shots onto the other cars, which was a bit harder, or the other tanks. But yeah, Micro Machines V3 is just one of those games I spent a lot of time with as a kid, and I kind of miss this game. I wish I had it like out so I could play it. Micro Machines V3, my number 68. My number 67 is UN Squadron, or also known as Area 88, based on an anime with the same name. You are taking the role of a pilot, and you're flying through levels for some reason that we really don't know. They are the enemies. You are a mercenary. You have to kill them, or shoot them down. And yeah, you get through these levels. It's a side-scrolling shooter, which you can see there, what I mean there at least. And throughout the levels, you can buy upgrades, you can, well, that's basically it. You can buy upgrades, you can go on these special kinds of missions where you raid enemy bases and you try and bomb them, and you try to destroy everything by doing like strafe runs down on the ground and trying to hit as much as you can to get more money so that you can get upgrades. And this game, it's really good, really short, and I think that's really the reason it's on here. And now as I'm talking about this game, I just remember another game I should have had on the list, but forget about that. UN Squadron, great game for the SNES or Super Nintendo, and that's my number 67. My number 66 is one of the first FPS games that I ever played. It was out for the PlayStation, and it's called Disruptor. Basically, you are some kind of kinetic special unit soldier that can either use guns that you get or special abilities that you use with like this mind force. I don't remember the story of that exactly, but you evolve throughout the game and get more powers as the game evolves. You're not really sure what you are. You're a special force kind of unit person that transports to planets and try and kill monsters of different kinds. And I'm not even sure the story is well explained more than that, but it's really good, and the cutscenes cutscenes in between missions are actually live action, so they're real actors kind of explaining the story to you that I can't even remember. But yeah, it was one of those things that I just enjoyed back then, to see real actors in games, because it was not, well, back then it was more common than it is today, I think. But yeah, it was really fun. Disruptor, a great FPS game for the PlayStation 1. Check it out. My number 65 is Resident Evil 3, third game in the series, taking place in Raccoon City, much like the second one, but from the perspective of Jill Valentine that was from the first Resident Evil game, where they were in the mansion. And this is taking place during the same time as Resident Evil 2, I believe, or very close to it, but in other areas of the city, and in other places, in other locations afterwards as well. Since Raccoon City actually blows up, they don't really have a large time frame to build up games and stories through the city. But yes, I think this is before the second game. I'm pretty sure, because the Umbrella Special Forces are moving in and you meet them. So yeah, it should be before that, because they are dead when the second game. Anyway, unnecessary story really. It's a survival horror game. This was the first one where they start moving into a more action-focused game, I think. It wasn't as horrifying as the first and second one. It kind of felt like they removed some of those elements, and even though we had the Nemesis in Resident Evil 3, I even think that was the title, exact title, right? Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, yes, it should be. Which was this kind of big dude in a coat. A big zombie monster special dude that you could not kill, basically. He appeared sometimes during different areas in the game, and you could shoot him down, and he could fall down, but then he would appear again. And that moment was kind of horrifying, because every time you moved into a new area and you heard him, your character was a part of a special unit called Stars. And sometimes when he appeared in a room where you were, you could hear him say, "Stars!" And the music started, the boss kind of music, and then you were like, oh snap. And usually in Resident Evil games, you could run away from enemies. You could just move into another room, and they would stop in the other room, depending on the enemies, but usually that would happen, that they stay there. But in Resident Evil 3, if you tried to run away from the Nemesis, he would chase you down. You had to actually kill him, and that was horrifying, and really fun. So yeah, Resident Evil 3, my number 65, thank you. Alright everybody, December 9th game, 68 through 65. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the links down below and up here if you want to see the other videos in the series of my top 100 games. Sorry that I know that I explained these games kind of badly, but I still hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. There's ground below you. Classic. Oh, jag kan inte prata om det. Okay.